Yo, 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 what is going on, good people of the internet? Welcome back to my channel, the PEV Point of View. My name's Dean, and today I'm going to be bringing you a very multifaceted video. We have a lot of stuff to talk about and a long time to do it. I got all day to ride, and we are looking forward to some beautiful city riding, some interstate riding, as I'm actually going from Illinois all the way to Indiana to check out a city that I've never been to. Now, besides that, I have a number of other EUC related topics to talk about. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned if you wanna hear me discuss the outrageous prices that EUCs have reached. And I'm also gonna be bringing you the first impressions of these new shark pads. If you can't tell, I am rocking the EUC Market Shark Pads Air, or Air Shark Pads. I'm not really sure which one it is, but yeah, I decided to take a small break from the power knobs and try something new. Will that be a good call? I don't know, but I'm going to tell you all about it on this episode of PEV. So we're already getting a bunch of crazy looks downtown on the lakefront trail, and that's okay. That's actually something I can talk about, is kind of getting over the fear or like judgment that comes from riding EUC. So, all right, if you want to stay tuned, we're going to be talking about a couple different things: the shark pads, the prices of EUCs, getting over the anxiety or feeling of judgment from riding wheels. But before we do that, I just want to say today is February 2nd, and if you're not in the US, you may not know this, but we celebrate a holiday called Groundhogs Day on February 2nd. And I gotta be honest, guys, this is a stupid ass holiday. How the fuck does it make sense? Basically, the gist of it is you put a groundhog in a tree stump or something like that. You put a groundhog in a tree stump. If the groundhog comes out of the tree stump and doesn't run back in immediately, it's going to be warm for the next 6 weeks. And then if he runs back in the trunk, the tree trunk, then it's going to be cold for another 6 weeks. Now, I'm sorry to everybody who lives in Pennsylvania, but like, what the fuck, man? What are we doing? In 2025, when we have generative AI, we have the most advanced weather models we've ever had, we're relying on Puxatony Phil or whatever his name is? Come on, man, I'm sorry. I know it's like a just for fun type of holiday, but like, damn, that shit's antiquated. We gotta get rid of that. Sorry to everybody in Pennsylvania. You're probably near and dear to your heart at Gobbler's Cobb or whatever the hell it's called. I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know if they've done it already. I didn't really look and see. But yeah, just want you guys to know, if you're not in the US, the fate of our temperature rests in the hands of a groundhog. I don't know how that makes sense. Okay, back to EUC. Sorry guys, quick diversion. So it has been over a month since you guys have seen this wheel, and I've made some changes to it. If you can't tell, I've got new pads like I just mentioned, but below that, let me see if I can do a 1 foot. I have new Adam G pedals. Well, they're not new. I had them on my Commander Pro if you go back and watch my old videos, but Adam came out with an adaptive bracket for the Sherman L that let me put my pedals back on. So if you can see, I got this nice little stainless steel bracket that he made that fits the pedals just fine. And guys, I gotta say, I don't know if I already made a video on these pedals, but they are by far the best pedals you can ever buy for an EUC. They literally are indestructible. I mean, I've never seen one of these break. You could, like, I don't really know how you would mess them up. There's nothing really you could do that would fuck them up, but they're indestructible. But they're indestructible in the way that Adam designed the pedals to be able to allow any mountain bike stud is just super great. I've actually installed my studs upside down. So instead of having the spiky part coming out on top. I actually have the flat part. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but they are extremely grippy. Super, super grippy, and it's exactly what you want. So let's test out these shark pads. It's been a while since I rode my Sherman L. I don't like to go 40 on the trail, but there's nobody around. So let's go, have some fun. Woo! First impressions of them, just coming off of the power knobs, which are my tried and true, are that they are a little thin, but you know, a lot of people can see that as a positive thing because you're not as locked in, and in the event of a crash, I'd be able to free my legs a lot easier than I would with the power knobs. But you know, that quite frankly has never been a problem for me. Crashed, I've been able to step out of the wheel even with these big old boots with the power knobs. And on top of that, I don't know if you guys have seen one, but I have never ever seen a crash where someone's leg got locked in. Like, I've never seen actual video footage of that. So who knows if it's you know, even something that we need to be thinking about or not. But yeah. Okay, so little introduction to these shark pads, right? It essentially is you know, a very similar feeling to the power knobs. You have, here, let me stop and take a pause for a second to show you. So that's that Adam G pedal bracket I was saying. I don't know if you guys could see it with my leg up. Amazing pedals, super long spikes. But these pads, so these are very similar to power knobs, except they have this top mesh part, or not top mesh part, but the top 3D printed part with this leather insert. And the leather insert is held on by these 3D printed inserts. But it's just an absolutely comfortable ride feel. This is literally my first ride on them. I've done 6.6 miles, so I'm still getting used to them. We're gonna test them out. Can I jump? Yeah, I can jump pretty good. Okay, I'm locked in enough to jump, which is nice, but I'm still testing them out. I literally just got them, like I said, 6 miles. So I will be telling you how I feel about them. Who knows if I like them or not, but for now, they're pretty good. But yeah, if you've ever seen like Russian EUC content or been in a Russian Telegram chat that's on EUCs, everybody is rocking these shark pads. These are Alexa market, EUC market. I don't know who they are, but so, like literally every single wheel I see coming out of Russia has these leather shark pads. And I've always been curious about what the hype was about. I mean, my curiosity is what led me to power knobs, and those are my absolute favorite. So yeah, after seeing like literally every Russian rider use these pads, I was very curious to see what the hype was about. And you know, I can always encourage trying new things when it comes to your EUC riding, right? That is how you discover what makes sense to you. That's just how you discover what you like. And my own curiosity led me to power knobs, and I could not be happier with their performance. I've been using the Void Core and the Cohedron as of late on my X-Way, both phenomenal pads. But you know, when I see like a whole country of people rocking the pads, the shark pads, I always am. But when I see a whole country of people rocking the shark pads, I'm always curious to see like what the hype is about. And I gotta say, they are pretty nice, very soft. I still feel locked in a similar way to the power knobs, but not quite as much, because the power knobs are about 2 to 3 inches wider and they cover the entire top of my foot. As you can see, these are like not the entire top. And actually I want to be careful for the spray from the wheel because it's been pretty salty and muddy and rainy here. Okay, first impressions on the seated riding. This is the second time I've sat down, and I gotta say, I did have to adjust this bottom front foot lock a good amount of times to where I could get it comfortable to sit down. But I gotta say, the same problem exists as with the Grizzlies when it comes to seated riding. I can't be in line with the wheel. I can't hug the wheel with my feet. I have to go around the pads. And maybe if I set the pads out like super far and forward, I might be able to squeeze in, but then I wouldn't be locked in when I'm fully leaning like while standing. So it comes with a trade-off, right? Like, no pads are perfect. Every pad has a trade-off. And if you are willing to trade a more comfortable ride for having to put your legs on the outside of the pads when you're seated, then so be it. So be it. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be testing them a lot more on this ride. Obviously, this is my first time using them, so first impressions video, but I have a very long route planned for today. I have like about a 70-mile route that I'm gonna do. So this also could be a Sherman L range test. And I didn't say it in the beginning, but we are gonna go explore Gary, Indiana. And I'm gonna be giving you some more history facts closer to our destination, because we're still about 50 miles away, or like probably about 34 miles away or so. But the word on Gary is that it is an abandoned ghost town. There used to be the world's largest steel mill, Gary Steelworks or something along those lines, in Gary, Indiana. And since its closure, many people have left the city, leaving all the infrastructure decrepit. Oh, okay. I don't know what made me pop up for that little bump, but I was locked in enough to where I didn't fly off the end of the wheel. So I gotta say, they're kind of growing on me. I don't know. What I just did, stand up and then sit down, that feels nice. I don't know what it is. Woo! Okay. Okay. Hell yeah. There's a skate park over here. It looks a little flooded, so I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, we've got a super long ride today, guys. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be filming of the direct path down there. I'd like to film while I get there a good amount. And I only have one battery pack today for my Insta360, so I hope it doesn't die. But yeah, this is gonna be a long video for all you long video lovers. But while I'm flying along these trails, let's go ahead and talk about something, okay? So the prices of EUCs are getting outrageous. The wheel you see me riding, I paid $4,500 for. And I just want you to know that I don't feel like that's worth it. $4,500 is so much money. You can get a car, you can get a motorcycle, you can get so many things. Oh, we got some local TikTokers over here. We got me making contact, and we got the TikTok ladies. Hell yeah. But no, let me tell you a quick story about the amount of money $4,500 is. So when I was 15, I got my very first job. A lot of places it's 16 you can start working, but in Georgia, if you had a permission or like student work permit from your high school, you could go and get a job. As soon as I turned 15, I got that work permit, and I went to the market, started trying to find some income, because I had no trust fund, no savings, nobody giving me handouts, no money like that really. I was broke as fuck. So I got a job at 15. I started saving every penny of every paycheck that I made from the time I was 15 to when I was 17, about to turn 18. I was a senior in high school, and I finally had enough money to buy my very first car. And my very first car cost $4,500, would you know it? And here I am riding this $4,500 Sherman L around the city. That car was a fucking junk bucket, 2001 Toyota Sienna minivan, cranberry red, and I used to whip everywhere in that thing. I'm pulling up anywhere and everywhere. I was the man with that motherfucking minivan. I was the man with that cranberry minivan. I took pride in that shit because I saved my ass off. I worked my ass off and saved the fuck out of my money to achieve that. I was so proud. And here I am today spending $4,500 on a Sherman L, right? You can get an entire car, an entire motorcycle, so many different things for $4,500 that I don't know if this is actually worth it. And the prices of wheels just keep going up. I don't know if you guys have seen the Extreme Bull Rocket that just got announced recently, but that is a, fuck, what is it? I think it's, oh damn. How many watt hours is it? I think it's like 2,000 watt hours. And they're asking for $2,500 for a 2,000 watt hour 14-inch wheel. How in the fuck are they thinking about that? Now, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that the Falcon was overpriced. Like the Falcon at $1,600 from Ewheels. When that came out, I said, damn, that's overpriced as fuck. I just paid $880 for an A2, you know? Why would the Falcon be double that price? Never got that justification. I still don't know why the fuck it's $1,600. That doesn't really make sense to me. But every small wheel is getting blown past that now. The Arrow, $1,900. Now, okay, NOSFET. It's a cool looking design. It's unique. You know, you guys are doing something different, and I respect that. But like, bro, $1,900 for the Arrow, $2,500 for the Extreme Bull Rocket. That's crazy. My very first wheel, Veteran Abrams. How much do you think I paid for it? $2,400 for a 22-inch, 2,700 watt hour wheel. I just, you know, and now they want that. And now they want that for a tiny ass 12-inch wheel. It's just crazy. I just think that the prices of wheels is absolutely outrageous nowadays. And not only that, US, American, North American customers, we're getting absolutely fucked over by these Chinese companies, right? I just want you to know, this same wheel that I just talked about, that's $4,500, you can get it brand new out of the box for $3,200 in Russia with a warranty. So like, what the fuck? Why are we getting shafted so hard? I mean, I get we probably are the most prosperous country, you know, freedom, all that great stuff that I love about this land, but we are getting absolutely shafted. The Lynx, it's not $4,200 there like it is here, brand new. That shit's like $2,700, $2,800. It's crazy. So many wheels are just like significantly cheaper. And you might be thinking, oh, it's the shipping price, it's the shipping cost. You know, Russia is closer to Asia than, you know, than the US is. That is bullshit. Shipping for a wheel, sea shipping, freight, you know, ocean freight, is no more than $200 max. No more than $200 max. So I don't know where the extra $1,000 discrepancy comes from, but we are getting shafted. And that leads me to my next point. Since we are getting shafted, and I'm kind of tired of prices going up and up and up and up, I want to reveal some insider information that you guys probably might know, you might not. One, of course, they have the Telegram wholesalers. They say they're not drop shipping the wheel because they, you know, might open the package up and make sure the wheel's all right. I don't know about that. It sounds like a drop ship to me. But they're absolutely still profiting like crazy. I mean, I just want you guys to know, the Telegram wholesalers are probably making a good $600 to $1,000 off every wheel they sell. I've seen the Bago dealer pricing, and it is very, very far off the retail pricing that we are receiving. Like over, you know, $1,500 in a lot of cases is the difference between the dealer price and the retail price that we see on the websites. Now, a lot of people have, you know, taken note of this, and they started doing these group buys. So you see people like Kneepads who are doing group buys of different wheels. You know, so all right, so now you got people that have select relationships with companies like Gaurds that are able to get very, very good steals on wheels, like the Panther. Ewheels has it for $4,500. I can tell you, the dealer price is so much farther off of that. So now you see all these inquiries on Telegram of people that are like, hey, you know, I know someone who's able to get the dealer price. Let's all go in together and order a bunch of wheels. And another thing about dealer price, I know I'm just rambling. This is going to be a very rambly video. Anything that crossed my mind, I'm going to talk about. Another thing with the prices is they continuously go down the more units you buy. So if you buy one unit, your price is going to be a lot closer to the resale price. But if you buy between 2 and 9, drastically different, drastically lower. If you buy over 9, you are going to be saving a boatload of money. Like a crazy amount of money for a brand new Gaurds wheel. So all this to say, with the prices of EUCs rising like crazy, people circumventing the system, doing group buys and underground drop shipping and stuff like that, or not, like Telegram drop shipping. Combine that with Trump's dumbass 25% tariff on China, the EUCs are going to be going up. And we're already seeing the EUC prices are going to be going through the roof, and they're just going to become more and more unattainable. All right, guys, so sorry about that. I cut right when I didn't want to, but I had to get my GPS going and make sure I was going the right directions. I now got them playing through the speaker, so hopefully this way I don't get lost. But what I was going to say is the rising prices of EUCs, people continuing to bypass traditional retailers in favor of cheaper Telegram dealers and group buys from people with connections to the Gaurds. I don't think that the traditional model is going to stick out much longer. And what I'm trying to say is it seems like Gaurds is gearing up for direct sales to customers. I don't know if you've seen, but there's a Gaurds.com website where they have all their wheels listed. You can go and add them to a cart, but it won't let you buy them. So I feel like Gaurds. Oh shit. All right, so I'm really curious to see how Gaurds gearing up to do direct sales is going to impact the market, because right now prices are going through the roof at traditional retailers. I bought my X-Way for $3,400 from Ewheels, and that same wheel is already $3,750 plus tax. Plus tax, it comes out to almost $4,100. Like, and that's not how much I paid for it. So combine that with Trump's dumbass 25% tariffs on Chinese goods, and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with these vehicles that we all love so much. And this is just another reason why I'm probably not going to buy another wheel for a good amount of time. I have my Sherman L, I have my X-Way, and I have my A2 Plus. Those three wheels cover every category that I need out of an EUC.
In a quarter mile, continue on the South Lake Shore Drive.
Those few wheels cover every single thing that I need out of an EUC. I have a small, tiny wheel to take around the neighborhood and into stores, like in the A2. It gets me outside, it gets me to the lake, it gets me to the gym, it gets me wherever I want to go. And then we got the Sherman L, which I'm on right now, the long range cruiser. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Yes. Sherman L, the long range cruiser.
South Lake Shore Drive for 2 miles.
the long range cruiser. As you can see, I'm about to cross into Indiana. I have been on the road for 17 miles this morning, and we are going to Gary, Indiana. And I wouldn't be able to do that on my X-Way. I mean, I would. It could do 50 miles, of course, but like, you know, this is the long range cruiser. This is the Sherman L. That's what I want it for. And then you got the X-Way, the fun off-road, do it all, go up any hill, go anywhere type of wheel. That's been great for me. Outside of those three types of wheels, I don't really know what else I need, right? That is it. I was thinking about replacing the A2 Plus with the Gaurds or Extreme Bull Rocket right when it came out, but now I'm like, why the hell would I do that? There's zero chance in hell I'm paying $2,500 for a tiny little wheel like that. I don't care if it goes 43 miles an hour. I don't care if it is 60 pounds or whatever. That doesn't matter to me. $2,500 is a crazy amount of money for something that could do the job a lot cheaper. Again, I paid $880 for my Gaurds A2. That's it. So, oh man, I didn't even realize I've been traveling at 43 this whole time. I don't know. That's one thing I noticed about getting back on the Sherman L after riding the X-Way for a good amount of time, is that this wheel actually gets up to speed pretty quick, and it doesn't even feel like it's going that fast. But from what I remember, the GPS speed is accurate, and we got cars fucking passing me right next to me, so that's why I'm just gonna stay in the lane. That was scary as fuck. That was scary. That's why, yeah, I mean, it's a 35 mile per hour road. I'm going 45. And these motherfuckers are passing me. Okay, test the braking on these pads. Felt pretty good. Three, two, one. Okay, we're good.
Continue on South Ewing Avenue for half a mile.
Okay, I'm going on this road half a mile. I've never been over here, by the way. I've never been to Gary, Indiana. I've only been to Indiana a couple different times, and it's never been much past just the border. So this will be very new for me. If you're from Indiana,
Turn left onto East 95th.
or go to Indiana, let me know. Let me know what I should explore in this this city during the summer or something. Might come back. But for now, I think I might put the camera away and just focus on riding safe. Alrighty guys, hey, I'm taking a break. I will tune back in when I hit the Indiana border. I just checked the map. I was actually still in Illinois this whole time.
In half a mile, slight right.
Thank you. Oh man, oh man. Where are we at? Are we in Gary already? It sure looks abandoned already. We're still a couple miles away.
Head east.
Shut up. Don't tell me what to do.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Man, okay, what's up guys? So we have made it to the state line. We are out here at that big flag. This is called Memorial Park, I think. It's like some green areas around here, but from what I'm seeing, it's looking pretty abandoned. But this is a state line of Illinois and Indiana. I'm now going to proceed into Indiana and continue on my way to Gary. Now, Gary is known for having lots of abandoned buildings and abandoned homes.
Turn left.
So when I start to see some abandoned buildings, abandoned homes, abandoned infrastructure, I'm going to tune back in, because for right now, my ranting on the way over here about all random stuff,
slight right,
has drained my battery down to halfway. And I want to be able to capture Gary. I want to be able to capture the ride back. So I'm going to go ahead and tune out for a second. I will catch up with you guys here shortly as we start seeing some abandoned shit in Gary. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Okay. Welcome back, guys. We are in the heart of Gary, Indiana. This is a ghost town, and I gotta say, guys, I'm getting some heavy vibes already. This is not what I expected, I gotta say, and it's honestly kind of crazy riding around here. I've been in the city for about 30 minutes now, just riding around, not filming, kind of getting a feel for it before I decided to show you this. But like, guys, this is a ghost town. It's honestly pretty spooky, I'm not gonna lie. So many burned down buildings, so much decay, and it honestly is making me sad. I thought this would be like a, entertaining video to show you guys, but damn, this shit makes me sad. Like, I feel like this town used to be so beautiful, and obviously it's my first time here, but like, the people I've talked to so far are all so nice. Like, I got a really nice greeting at the gas station when I stopped to get a beverage, and it reminded me of Southern hospitality, of people coming up to you and being genuinely curious and interested and wanting to show you around and wanting to tell you where to go and stuff like that, and being really nice and open and talking to me about my stuff, my history and stuff. But yeah, I just know this community is probably a great community, which is just stained by so much other stuff, and I'm sure you guys can see what I'm seeing right now. Just rows and rows of empty buildings. I passed by a destroyed elementary school, and that's just like crazy, right? I don't even know what to say, guys. I'm gonna talk about what I can. Yeah, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going. I've never been in this area before. I'm literally just riding around and seeing it all live like you guys are. So I didn't pick any specific street to go down. Like, I didn't look at Google Maps. I'm just riding around. This is what I see live, and I wanted to share it with you guys, right? So I'll probably keep doing this over the shoulder shot, unless I have something specific that I want to call out. But yeah, a lot of broken down buildings, a lot of decay, and looks like a touch of lawlessness as well. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna wander down the wrong street, something will go wrong. But like, look at the trash thrown everywhere. The roads are terrible. I had a really hard time getting here, I'm not gonna lie. There was one section near the Gary Chicago airport. The road was completely flooded, and I mean like flooded, like 4 or 5 feet underwater. So I couldn't go down there, so I had to find another way, which ended up being off-road. And I got super muddy. I had to walk through puddles that were really thick. And yeah, we finally made it, but damn, like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then you just have like a normal single family home housed in between two decrepit, burned down buildings. Like, what? That's crazy. Looks like we hit, let's go this way. Yeah, everywhere you look is more destruction. This whole block is vacant, so I'm not gonna go down there, but you can see this house right here just fucking firebombed and decayed. Let's do some sketchy stuff right here. Oh, this looks perfect. This looks mighty sketchy. Fucking hell, dude. Holy shit. Oh, there's a guy right there. There's a guy right there. That was weird. Jeez. But yeah, so the story of this town is that U.S. Steelworks used to be headquartered here in Gary, Indiana. If you don't know about the Midwest, steel, agriculture, iron, manufacturing, those are the primary industries that literally supported the United States throughout probably the 1800s and in the early 1900s. And as the world slowly moved away from those industries, the jobs left here. The steel mills closed down, and the economy has just crumbled, and everybody moved out. And this is kind of the result of that. Population dropped from a couple 100,000 down to about 60,000 today. And obviously all the infrastructure, houses that supported a population that big have just sat and rotted. And this is the result. And yeah, like I said, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just riding around. I think I see a lake over there, so I'm gonna keep going interior for a little bit, like not in the neighborhoods and stuff. Not go to the lake just yet, but yeah. Damn. Yeah, this whole place just gives off very eerie vibes. Like, I don't know. Do you hear that? Church bells as we're going through abandoned neighborhoods. So strange. I know a lot of people see churches as like a sign of hope and belief and significance, but just to hear the bells of a church in a backdrop like this is wild. Now, I don't know if we already went over here. I should probably start looking at the street names, but yeah, you got Cookie Monster graffiti, or not even graffiti, but painted on the fence of an abandoned house. I do know there is like a really, really big abandoned church somewhere around here. No idea where it is. I don't really look at the map. I'm just, driving around. Huge junkyard. 1,000 cars over here. Look at those old cars. Wow. This reminds me of old cars. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It feels weird because like I know people are still living here, and so many YouTubers come here and film like controversial videos about how it's a ghost town, or it's how, the most abandoned place in the US or something, like some really catchy headline. And I feel bad about that because people actually live here, and like speaking with people, it seems like a cool place. Or like a genuine community, right? Wholesome. But it's just spooky. I don't want to be just another guy painting a picture of some town. I want you guys to make the conclusion for yourself. That man looked down bad. Oh shit. I saw some people posted up over there, so I don't want to, I'm not trying to like get in front of people's fucking houses and record them and stuff. I don't really want to do that. I just want to show you guys some of the stuff. And that was a mean looking pit bull over there locked up. Well, while we're looking for more stuff to film, a couple points I want to talk about. First off, I've done 41 miles on the Sherman L, and I still have 5 bars, which is about half. So absolutely insane range when you think about that. I could probably do 100 miles easily, and I know that to be true because I was flying on the way over here. I mean, I was going 45 a good amount of the time. After I tuned out from where I left you guys, I was going pretty fast and keeping that pace. So one thing I haven't been able to find in Gary is an EV charging station. The closest one that I've been able to see is about 14 miles away. So as long as I have 14 miles of range to get out of here, we're in a good spot. But if not, I might be stuck. And I'm probably, you know, if I were to get stuck, I would probably go to like a cafe or a restaurant or something and try to use the outlet, because I do have my Roger charger with me in my backpack. But yeah, let's go. I don't know what's down this street, but I'm sure a lot of abandoned stuff. Wow. Look at those dogs. Cute dogs. I've been getting the craziest looks from people over here. Like, I can tell they've never, ever seen an electric unicycle before. I know that to be true based on what the, you know, the type of looks that I'm getting. People are like, what in the fuck is this guy doing? What is he riding? Like, I'm getting people rolling through stop signs because their neck's broken looking at me. Not even braking hard enough because they're staring at me. That's interesting. You have a house for sale. No, it's decrepit. I wonder what a house like that goes for. Earlier in this video, I was making a point about how much $4,500 is. I would not be surprised if you could pick up a house out here for $4,500. Okay, we're just picking the sketchiest streets to go down, I guess. This is gonna be this video. Well, there's signs all over that say no dumping. Someone dumped. Man, this is fucking weird, dude. It's like the pieces of people's houses. I'm seeing toys and shit. Holy shit. That was a bark from inside the... Oh god. Get the fuck out of here before this dog starts chasing me. Dude, this fucking mud is so soft. I'm drifting like crazy. Now it is Sunday, and this church is packed. Very interesting. Church service packed out on a Sunday. What? Whole town of Gary's probably at church right now. Man, I don't like filming people's reactions, but like that lady, I don't know if you saw me wave at her, maybe you got the reaction, but she died laughing at me. I don't know why. She's a postal worker. I guess me on my unicycle is enough to make her laugh. But you know, that's what I'm all about. Hope I'm getting people, make people's days better. Never making someone's days worse. It's hard when you already live in a depressing environment like this. So anything I can do to make somebody laugh, smile, even if it's at me, that's okay with me. Yeah, it's just weird. You have pockets of normal houses mixed in between, just complete decay. But one thing that this video is probably going to do better than other YouTube videos who've covered Gary, Indiana, is show like the actual live view of riding through the streets, right? You could go and take B-roll of every single decrepit house that you see and then cut them all together and make it look like the literal whole city is a ghost town, when, as you can see for your own eyes, that's just not the case. That's not the case. There are pockets of, you know, pretty well-kept houses and community members, active community members, you know, full parking lot of a church, restaurants going on a Sunday, all those things in between the decay. So we're gonna see where else there is to go. I'm actually gonna go up here and pull over for a moment, look at the map, and see if I can't find that church, because that church looks crazy and it's abandoned, like properly abandoned. So all right, guys. Oh my god, is that a coyote over there? I just saw a fucking... I'm gonna zoom in on... I don't want to go over there, but like, damn. Check this out. Absolutely abandoned big old building. I don't know what it is. There's a fire truck on the other side of it, so perhaps it was like a community center, or I'm assuming their fire department's still here. I'm not, you know, that's something you're always gonna need. But look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is like a recent, but look, there's a car. There's cars under this. Spooky vibes, man. Spooky vibes. Very weird feelings out here. Wow. Oh shit. Did I hit the toilet? What the... Last thing I want is my tire to pop out here. I would literally be stranded and have to fucking Uber home like 50 miles. But one thing I noticed on the map when I went to go check the directions is that I had gone basically out of Gary. I was not even in Gary when I was showing you those past few... I mean, I was in Gary. I was in the surrounding neighborhoods of Gary. But when I was showing you those past few locations. So now we're going back to Gary proper. And yeah, a lot of the same stuff. Just completely destroyed buildings. Look at that one. That looks very new. Charter School, 21st century. Haskin and Williams Athletic Center. See, there's good stuff going on here. There's new development. New development going on. But man, I'm on 3 bars after doing 46 high-speed miles. I'm thinking, unfortunately, it's gonna be time to say goodbye here soon. The last thing I want to happen out here, far away from home, is that I get stranded. So I'm gonna make sure that that doesn't happen. So expect me to sign off here in a little bit. Let's see if we can find that church though. I still haven't gotten there. That's the one thing I wanted to see that I haven't seen so far. So let me get the old phone out, see where it's at. Okay, so I found the church. It was not too far away. But guys, I just want to say thanks for viewing this video to the end. I'm not sure if I'm going to make any more Gary content. This feels really weird and surreal to me. I really don't like seeing the state of society when shit's crumbled and spray painted and abandoned. Like, this is wild. Like, look at this. This is actually wild. And it's completely open. I could go in there. Like, all the doors are open. City church. This church served as a meeting space for many events. Membership peaked in the 1950s. Oh, I'm not gonna go in there. I thought that was a sidewalk was open, but no, it's not. But yeah, membership peaked in the 1970s, in the 50s rather, and by 75, it was pretty much abandoned. So, I'm gonna sign out here, guys. give you one more pass around just so we can see it again. But man, this has been a really interesting episode for me. Never really seen anything like this. I will say the YouTube videos that I watched about the city don't exactly live up to the reality of riding around here. But, you know, as we saw, there's pockets of good, positive community activity engagement, and then there's like an overwhelming shadow of all the negative things that are going on in the city. So I can only do the recording. You have to do the interpreting, what you want to think about Gary, Indiana. But hope I gave you a realistic vision into what it's like to ride around here in what YouTube would call a ghost town, what I would call a crumbling population decline. You know, this is the result of that. Lack of industry, lack of opportunity. And if there's any takeaway from this video, it's be thankful for what you have in life. Not everybody has the nice things that we have, right? I told someone, a lady asked me earlier today how much my vehicle cost, my EUC, my Sherman L. I told her $4,000 and her jaw dropped. Like, that's a lot of money to a lot of people. And got to keep that into consideration.